Hey, what's up everyone, PersNikity here, moving on in the Uncharted 3 Brutal Difficulty walkthrough. This is Chapter 7, Stay in the Light, and this is going to lead directly from the cutscene that ended Chapter 6. We are in this room with these very deadly spiders, and so there's two ways to combat these spiders. One is light, particularly fire, and the second is the square button. So you're going to notice here that I'm going to be doing a lot of running, and the spiders will hurt Drake. That's inevitable. But you can control how much they hurt you. So while you're running, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to actually repeatedly press the square button while you're running, because you'll notice what Drake's doing. So watch this. While Drake's running, okay, well, now he's falling, but notice how his arms are shaking and he keeps brushing at himself. That's because I'm doing that. I'm pressing the square button to brush off the spiders. And this is something, it's really weird. This is something the game doesn't really tell you about. The game doesn't warn you that you can press square button to avoid those attacks right here. It's just something that you kind of find out, or maybe they showed a preview of it earlier, but the point is that's what you're going to want to do to avoid a lot of the damage here. And you're just going to want to keep running. Mostly it's towards the camera, but then finally you'll get to this point here and you'll just make this jump, and then boom, as soon as you make this jump, you press a couple buttons. Or no, you don't even have to press the buttons. You're good to go. So that's the end of that section. And now we're going to have to deal with some gun combat. And it's not that bad. It's actually pretty simple. So real quick, I want to point out, in yesterday's video, I mentioned to you guys that my old professor that I worked for hired me once again to go out to MIT to do summer research for him. So I wasn't sure what was going to happen to my channel during that time. Well, I have good news. Actually, it's great news. I'm not going to be leaving. I'm going to be staying at home. I'm going to be staying at home, which means I will be fully able to continue with my channel. But I'm also going to be still working for that professor. That's right. He hired me, and, you know, scientists, physicists, they work with people all over the world. So doing stuff like telecommuting, Skyping your questions, emails, stuff like that, that's all completely normal. So I talked it over with him, and he said that it would be really easy for me to continue to work in Arizona. And that's really good because I had a lot of summer plans to do while I was here, a lot of like science-related things. So I'm really happy. I'm going to get to stay in Arizona, but continue to do the research, which I'm really looking forward to. And since I'm going to get to stay in Arizona, that means I'm going to also get to, you know, keep up with my channel. So it should be a good summer. I am very excited, and now there shouldn't be any complications with the Uncharted walkthrough or the Alien walkthrough. And then on June 23rd, that's when Get Even comes out. That's the next game I think I'm going to play. And then on June 30th, that's when Crash Bandicoot comes out. Not sure what comes out July, but I'll look into it. And then, yeah. But anyway, you're going to make this jump here, and you're going to want to shimmy to the left as fast as possible. And that's because this guy's going to start shooting at you. So you're going to want to hide behind this brick wall part of it here. Hop over, and now this is all going to have to be done really quickly. Alright, so you're going to hop up here, and there's going to be two guys you have to worry about. And you're going to have to deal with them with your fists. So remember, try to keep them close to you, because if they get too far away from you, they're going to pull out their weapon and try to shoot you. Like you see this guy here has his weapon out. Luckily, I was able to shoot him first. So that's probably the hardest part, is killing those two guys. And you'll get a checkpoint, like right before this section, so you should be fine. Alright? So now you're gonna pull this beam away. As soon as you do, run over here behind this corner and get your gun ready, because this door behind Sully is going to burn down, and you're gonna see two guys come out. So there you go. There's one. There's two. All right. Now, as soon as you kill them, turn around once more and get ready to kill the next set of enemies, which are going to be slightly above you. So you're gonna see up in this hole in the wall, or up in the hole in the ceiling. What you're going to do is run over here, take cover in this corner, and then shoot these two guys that are up here. The problem with this level is that it's really hard to see people, because obviously there's just so much going on your screen. There's so much fire and destruction. So sometimes the enemies can have a really easy job getting a jump on you, and that's really what makes this level difficult. But as soon as that little cinematic happens, take cover behind this desk and get ready, because this wall in front of you is going to burn down, and there's going to be an enemy on the other side with his weapon ready. So make sure you are down. You'll see him right there. Sully will start shooting him, and then once you get a jump, go ahead and take the shot to finish him off. And there you go. So yeah, that's the thing, is all in all, this level's not that hard. Like, if you were to just give anyone this level in a regular house, it wouldn't be that difficult. The thing that makes it difficult is the fact that the house is on fire, because there's so many distractions on screen, all the flames and all the crumbling and all the flashes, and that really does kind of take away from your peripheral vision, and it, you know, makes it harder to spot those incoming enemies. And I know you might not believe me, but trust me, that is something that I think most people will experience. So be prepared for that, is all I can say. But anyway, now we're going to do some climbing, so go ahead and scale this wall. Now I want you guys to know, there is one very crucial thing that you do in this walkthrough. Most of the time, you can get by with not doing my strategy if you want to. You can come up with your own strategy. But there is one thing you have to do, and I mean it, you have to do it, and that is picking up the micro pistol instead of a regular pistol. So the micro pistol is the weapon that shoots rapid fire bullets. So first, shoot this guy as much as you can, and then it's a lot easier to kill him with combat or hand-to-hand combat. But notice how I did not pick up that pistol. Instead, I am going to keep my micro pistol, and I'm telling you, you have to do that. And there's plenty of places you can get that weapon. This room in particular, some of these enemies will have the micro pistol, so just make sure you pick it up. And I'm telling you, that is just absolutely necessary. And you'll see why in the next section. So there's those two guys that I just killed, and then there's going to be a couple other guys that spawn at the other end of the room. So after you kill everyone, I'm telling you, just make sure you look around for the micro pistol. I picked mine up earlier because I knew what to expect, but you can also find one in this room as well. And so you see now I'm using it. I didn't want to use it, but I had to use it right here. But just make sure you have, you know, at least 20 bullets in it, I would say. So you see right there, that guy had the micro. So people do have the micro in this room. Make sure you pick it up before leaving this room. And that's because what's going to happen is we're going to get into this situation where we can't move, and we have to kill two enemies very quickly. And if you use your pistol on them, it's just not going to work because you don't have enough time on brutal difficulty. So again, if you're just joining me now, you need the micro pistol in this section. If you don't have it, I'm telling you, you're probably going to have to restart the level, which is going to be really unfortunate, because that means you might have to restart from chapter 6. But you see right here, my foot is stuck, and I used the micro to take those two guys out. That's why you need the micro here, because it can take those two guys out much quicker. If you were to have a regular pistol on you, you're going to have to hope that you can get two incredibly quick headshots right there. Otherwise, those guys will just repeatedly keep on killing you, and there's no way to go back. There's no way to go back and pick up the micro. So that is why you need the micro for that section, and that's why I told you numerous times that you have to pick it up before that section. Otherwise, you're just going to have a super hard time getting through that. And trust me, I know from experience, the first time I was playing, I had a pistol, and I could not take them out fast enough because I couldn't get two headshots that fast. So, just, you know, again, make sure you have the micro. And, you know, like I said, speaking from experience, if you don't have the micro, you're going to have to restart the whole level, and because of the way Uncharted works, you're going to have to actually probably restart from chapter 6 instead of chapter 7, which is very unfortunate. Come on, mate. Alright, so we're actually almost done. The last, like, 2-3 minutes of this level is all one big cutscene, so this is our last fight here. You're going to creep into this room, and then you're going to retreat back here, and there's going to be 2 or 3 guys that emerge. Kill them, and you'll get a small checkpoint. So you see there's one guy, and now I'm just waiting on the other guys. So I'm going to go into this room here in a second so that I can take care of these 2 guys. But this is the last firefight of the level. So you see how this wall starts crumbling right here. And so I'm going to kill this guy, and now I should get a checkpoint. Now you should get a checkpoint, so that once you die, you're going to spawn right here. And I'm actually going to include this because I'm about to die, because this fight can get pretty difficult. So you're going to die, probably. Right off the spawn, you're going to always want to keep moving. So you're going to run up here to the left right away, peek around this wall and just kill as many guys as you can. Try to save your grenades at first and just try to shoot as many guys as you can. But the biggest piece of advice here is just always keep moving, and that's because the enemies in this room tend to always keep moving, and the fact that all the walls are burning down makes things harder. Now, even though you want to keep moving, you want to keep moving intelligently. You want to keep moving from cover to cover, not just running out in the open when you don't know where to go. But you see here, like this enemy right now just tried to flank me. Had I not moved over to him, he would have flanked me. So that's just one, you know, that's what I mean. You just got to keep moving. I don't know why my cat right now is just like clawing at my leg, and it's really hard to keep a straight voice during my commentary because I can see out of the peripherals that she's trying to get me. But there you go. So I just kept moving. I used my grenades, and then finally I took them all out. Now that is a room that is just going to take some practice. It's a pretty tough room to get through. But if you follow that one tip, if you just keep moving and rotating your camera to make sure that no enemies are following you, you should be just fine. But yeah, so now you're going to climb up here, and finally you're going to get up to the roof of the building, and we're just going to have to do a bit more running. So you're going to see right here, the camera angle is about to change. And now you just gotta run. This part really reminds me of Halo 3 for some reason, I think because of the way that the floor beneath me crumbles. But anyway, just run and then make your jump and you'll finish the level. So thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe if you get the chance, and I'll see you in Mission 8.
Man, that was close, huh? You all right?
Oh, yeah. Just swell.
Here.
Just give me a sec. You always seem to forget. I got 25 years on you.
Come on, Sully. You're strong as an ox.
Anyway, what's the hurry? They think we're in that.
We almost were.
I gotta say, I'm losing the plot here. Remind me again why we're doing this?
No. If you're gearing up for one of your I'm too old for this speeches, spare me.
Nate, these guys are playing for keeps.
Yeah? So? What, you're just gonna roll over for them now?
Nobody's talking about rolling over.
Then quit acting like you're ready to lay down and die, all right?
Listen, kid. I've had you back for 20 years. I'm not going anywhere, obviously. I just want to make sure we're doing this for the right reasons. You got your pride all tangled up in this thing. It's making you reckless. I taught you better than that. Gonna get yourself killed. Oh, damn. Hell. Probably get us all killed.
Oh, no.
What?
Cutter and Chloe. Sully, if we were followed...
Oh, shit. Chances are they were too.
We gotta warn them.
Yeah, and get to Syria fast. Sure hope you remember where we left the car, because I am completely turned around.